Hello, everyone. It's your favorite lawyer, Dr. Blessing Joseph, and you are with Victoria Legal. So, today's episode, we're going to be talking about rights of children. Spare the rod and spoil the child. Did anyone miss me? Yes, I know. I was away for some time. But I'm right back like I never left. So don't go anywhere. We'll be talking about rights relating to children because children have their own rights. Same way adults have their rights. We are all humans. Don't go anywhere. Relax. We'll be right back. The question is, who is a child? We have the Convention on the Rights of the Child. We have the Federal Rights Child Act, that's the 2003, applicable here in Nigeria. We also have the African Charter on the Rights and Welfare of the Child. Also in our Constitution, Section 29, Sub 4, Paragraph A, has defined who a child is. You would find children below the age of 16 in some laws. Some law you also find them below the age of 18. And also in the northern states, that's the Sharia law, you will see a child defined as any child below the puberty age. That is, once a child has not gotten up to the level of puberty, that person is regarded as a child in Sharia law. That's under Sharia law in the northern states. Then under all these other laws that I have aforementioned, you would find children, persons defined as children below 16 years of age or below 18 years of age. That is the definition of a child, okay? And I want you to know that children have the rights. They have rights to be kept together with their families. That is, the children should not be separated from their parents. The only instance in which a child is required to be separated from maybe her mom or her dad or something is when the parent has posed a danger to the child. Let me give you an instance. You have a father or a mother or either of the parents, they are drunks. They drink, they get intoxicated, maybe after taking drugs or something, and start violating the child. Then that is one circumstance in which a child needs to be separated from the parent. Another right of a child is the freedom of association. Every child has a right to pick people they want to relate with, they want to mingle with. Every child has that right. It's their fundamental human right. The only aspect in which such association should not be condoned is when it is illegal or it tends to harm another person. That is when you do not have that right to associate. Then also, a child will have rights to a safe environment, right from sexual abuse, drugs abuse, and all that. There are several rights that children have. Right to make decision, that's right to have decision that will benefit them, their best interests. Whenever an adult is given the option or given the choice or is in the position to decide on behalf of a child, that adult is compelled to make every decision in the best interest of the child. We also have rights of the child to own their own identity. Every child has the right. That's to own your identity, an official record whereby you have your name, address, age, and all that. Whereby these rights want to be tampered with, then the government can come in. The government has to step in to recover their identity. Okay, so there are several rights children have. Even children below 2 years, they have rights to immunization, free one for that matter. They have rights to good education. They have right to a safe environment. So the rights of these children are somehow, they are intertwined with rights of human, that's human rights. So the main thing now, the nitty-gritty of this discussion, rights not to be violated, right to be free from violence. Every child has that right. So what can you tag violence here? Is it only when the child has physical bruises, or maybe the bone gets broken, or you smash the head of a child and all that? What will you tag to be violent in this circumstance? 90% of the world's children, they still live in countries whereby corporal punishment and physical violence against children is still legal. Yes. And they come up with defenses like reasonable chastisement, that the child is being punished in order to correct the child. In Nigeria here and in several other countries, punishing a child for his misconduct or disobedience is legal. But there are some laws, there are limitations to the punishment, okay? You should not, in the aim of punishing a child, inflict bodily harm on the child and all that. So let's look at Article 295. Article 295 of the Criminal Code provides that a blow or other force, not in any case extending to a wound or grievous harm, may be justified for the purpose of correction. Article 55 of Penal Code provides that nothing is an offense which does not amount to the infliction of grievous hurt upon any person, and which is done by a schoolmaster for the purpose of correcting a child under 18 years of age entrusted to his charge. You can see in the provision of the same Article 295 that a father or a mother has the right to spank, to smack, to beat up the child is legal, okay? Even a master can. And when we talk about child, remember the age limit here, 16 years below, okay? When we talk about a master, the master can also beat up, can whip his apprentice or his servant, as long as this servant of his is below 16 years. Also in schools, is it permitted in schools? Do we have it in our laws that a school teacher that you have entrusted your child to take care of, does the school have the authority to touch your child? Let's answer that question ourselves. What does the law say about it? Does the school have the right to beat up your child, to discipline your child, as people call it? Do they have that right? Yes, in the law of what is provided, that is what is stipulated, the law we have in place, it is not prohibited. No, it is not prohibited, but it does not explicitly prohibit corporal punishments in schools. Then in March 2019, during the 33rd section of the SPACs on education, the government stated there, that's the SPAC, the committee SPACs on education, the government stated there that corporal punishment in schools is prohibited. It is seen as a crime. So in any school setting, in any school sittings, corporal punishment is prohibited. That is one case in March 2019. Then down in May 2022, the Commissioner of Lagos State announced in Lagos State that Lagos State has now adopted a policy that prohibits corporal punishment in schools, be it private schools or public schools, primary, nursery schools, secondary schools. It is prohibited. That is in Lagos State, 2022. The commissioner stated it. It's not yet in their laws, but we're getting there. Then, in July 2022, 2023. In a letter addressed to all principals and head teachers in public, primary, and secondary schools, it was addressed there in Ekiti State, the Ministry of Education, Science, and Technology. They advised these school heads, these school authorities to keep away from corporal punishments. They should avoid it totally. So you can see we're getting there. So now the question is, what do you think? Because yes, they're talking about schools, they're talking about childcare and all that. Yes, it is prohibited. Now, should we move that same prohibition? Should we move it to our homes? Do parents also need to be banned, need to be prohibited from inflicting any form of corporal punishment on their children? What do you think, viewers? I'm throwing these questions to you. Because in some countries, in few countries anyway, not so many countries, they have adopted the policy of banning corporal punishment and any form of violence against children. What do you think? Beating your children, is it punishment? Can it be tagged as punishment? Or is it a good way of correcting your child? I want to hear what you think. I want you to give your comments below. Drop your comments below in the comments section. Because it's even in the Bible, spare the rod and spoil the child. What do you think? What is the Bible talking about here? Is it saying you should pick up a rod and whip your child whenever your child makes an error? Or does it have another meaning to it? What do you think? I want to hear. I want to read what you're thinking, okay? So please do not forget to drop your comments. Give me a thumbs up, share to your friends, share to everyone around you, and follow me. Subscribe for more videos. Give me encouragement, okay? I love your encouragements. Thank you. See you next time. Bye.